Well, good morning, you guys. In this video, I am going to show you everything on this table that I have for my SHTF or bug out fishing arrangement. This is basically my survival fishing gear right here. That's all of it. It looks like a lot, but really, everything here goes into those 5 boxes right there. That box is full of beads. I'll explain that in a moment. But all 5 of these boxes with the lid shut go into a fishing bag, what's called a soft tackle box, and I can carry that back into the bush and catch fish all day long with the lures that I carry in with me. And honestly, you guys, it's been exactly 44 years that I have been freshwater fishing. And out of the 44 years that I have been fishing, these are the best lures, in my honest opinion, that you could ever buy and ever have for all different species of freshwater fish. Now, I have many tackle boxes. I believe I've got 5, and they're full of lures. The tackle boxes are different sizes. I've got large boxes, I've got small boxes, and they're full of lures. And I've got surface plugs, subsurface plugs, deep diving plugs. But you know, you guys, out of all the years that I've been fishing, there's only 2 kinds of lures that have always provided more fish, got more results than anything else on the market. And that is spinners and spoons. Spinners and spoons have always produced more fish in all bodies of water that I have fished than any other lure on the market. Now, I'm going to go over what I have here, and I will explain why there's a teaspoon on the table here in a moment. But I want to show you guys, when it comes to lure making, this right here is a Blue Fox Vibrax 1/4 ounce spinner lure on the market. Here in New York, you'll pay between $6.50 and $8 for that lure. This is the spinner that I made that is also a 1/4 ounce, and after I make it with the materials, it only cost me $1.15. Now, whenever I lose a lure, it always stinks to lose a lure. I hate to lose a lure to an underwater snag and I'm not able to get it back. But I would rather lose a lure that only cost me out of pocket $1.15 to make versus a store-bought brand lure that is between $6.50 and $8 a lure. That's a lot harder to take when you lose an expensive lure versus one that you make yourself. And if you look at it, it's got the same treble hook. It's got the same size spinner blade. You can get blades in polished brass. You can get them in nickel silver. You can get them painted like this one is. You can get the bodies that are painted. This body is painted. This one's painted. However, all that is a bell sinker. That's just a lead fishing weight with a hole drilled through it. That's all that is. That's all that is when you go out and you buy these spinners, you guys. That's all you're paying for, and they're charging you that much money for them. And the bigger the lure, the more the money. Here's another Blue Fox Vibrax, which is like that one right there, only bigger for running deep lakes and rivers. And this lure right here cost me $10 10 years ago. I never opened it. I liked the lure, I bought it, but then after I got home with it, I thought, you know what? I just spent $10 on this lure. There's no way I'm going to fish it, because if I lose it, I'm out $10. So for a decade, I've never opened this lure. It stays in its pack. I will show you guys how to make a spinner. You can buy the materials online, and you'll get a pack of spinner wire. You'll get so many bodies in a kit, and like I said, that's all these are bell sinkers that have been hand painted and just 3 dots put down the body. You'll get a bag of treble hooks, and it's only 5 parts. You've got the spinner wire, the treble hook for the spinner, the lead body, which gives it the weight to get the lure down in deep water, 2 brass bearings, which are just 2 beads with holes drilled through them. That's all they are. And an inline brass polished spinner. And I will show you guys how I make that in just a moment, because here is a bunch of them that I've already made. I got pink, red, green, yellow. I've already made a bunch of these spinners. and all they cost is $1.15 a piece versus the expensive ones in the store. And then over here, I will explain these spinners in a moment, as well as these beads. But first, let me show you how easy it is to make a spinner. You can make one in under a minute. Now, all you're going to need to make these spinners is some fine needle nose. These ones have bent jaws. These are Craftsman, and this is a Craftsman set. You can get these; they're inexpensive. You can buy them anywhere Craftsman sold, or you can just get cheap ones at Walmart or any hardware store. But you just need some small needle nose and some wire cutters. That's it. That's all you need for spinners. You don't need any fancy vices or any devices like that or anything. You just wire cutters and needle nose. That's it. Step number one is, and I've got my gloves on here, you guys, because using pliers is hell on my hands. The first thing you want to do, because this wire is a little bit long, you want to hold on to it, and you want to take off about 1/3 to almost 1/2 of the wire. You want to shorten it just like that, because otherwise it's going to be too long and it'll come up to the other side of the spinner body. So you want this to be hidden down inside that body. So step number one is you're just going to take your treble hook and you're going to put it on the spinner wire just like that. The next step is you're going to take your spinner body and you're going to just put that right down on the wire. And then this is the hardest part right here, because this wire is so strong, is you're going to bend that down just like that and slide that body right down against that loop. Now we're going to open up the little brass bearings. We're going to put one right down the wire, just like that. Then you're going to add your inline polished brass spinner. Spinner blade, just like that. Now the store-bought ones, that would be all done. They won't add anything more. But I like to add another bearing on the top of the blade. The store-bought brands, the makers, they don't do this. I do. Because if you have one on one side, I like to have one on the other. I think it just dresses it off nicer, makes it look more finished. You're going to grab your wire about 1/4 of an inch up from your top bearing. Right there. You're going to grab it and squeeze it tight. What you're going to do is you're going to just bend it back towards yourself just a little bit. Just like that. Right there. And now, while you hold it tight, you're going to just bend this right around the pliers and bring it right up to the other side. Just like that. Now you're going to take your jaws out. You're going to hold on to the eye of the lure. And now as you hold it tight, you're going to just spin the wire right around. And you only need to give it 2 or 3 wraps. It can be hard to hold on to if you don't have serrated jaws. These are flat jaws, so I like to take it around 3 times. Keeping my wraps close together, just like that. If it'll focus. Just like that. 3 wraps. Now, we're going to take the wire cutters and we're going to just snip off this wire. And there you go. You've got your own homemade spinner that only cost $1.15. Why go out in the store and buy expensive spinners, because all you're doing is paying for the name. Blue Fox, Panther Martin. Warden's lures. They make these lures, you guys, for pennies on the dollar, and then they mark them way up and ship them off to retail stores to sell them on the market. And you can make your own for only $1.15, and that is one handsome looking spinner right there. Nice shiny blade. You can also take paint or even nail polish and put some dots on the blade. You can put stripes on it. You could make it look like a tiger. You could do all kinds of things. You can even change the body, put whatever type of design you want on it. And you can either use a dressed treble hook like this, or you can just use a regular treble hook. And there again, this is a 1/4 ounce spinner. And I would rather have that spinner I just made, because if I lost it in the water, I'd rather only lose $1.15 than $6.50 to $8 for that lure right there. And myself, I think the homemade ones look better. Now I'm going to show you guys how you can save even more money and take the cost of the spinner way down to where now you're going to be under $1 to make your own spinners. Okay guys, what you're looking at now are spinners that I made to where now I can make them even under the cost of $1. Because when you go online and you buy your spinner making materials, just like everything else, it's all marked up. They get it for a fraction of the cost and then they mark it up. And there's a little secret that they don't want you to know, and that they are buying in bulk, and a lot of them just get it from Walmart, and then they will sell the stuff after they divide it up into little baggies like this and sell only so many, like 25 or 50 in a little baggie like this for a price, when you can go to Walmart and buy a whole kit for only $9 and you get thousands of beads. Now, these are all metal, polished silver and solid brass. You got the small beads, you got the large beads. You can get them in silver and brass. You can even get them where they have antique looking beads. See how they look antiqued? And they got a design on them. You get some really nice beads at Walmart, and they also have, just like the bodies that I showed you on the spinner, I'll show you again, where it's the same shape, and you can make small spinners for a trout stream that's got the bell shape, but only these are mother of pearl. And I'll tell you what, you can get them in brown, you can get them in different colors, you can paint them, see them there? And you get all kinds of different beads. You even get ones that are clear. Some of these are even made out of glass, like these ones here that are flashy. Really, really flashy, and they sparkle. See that? So you go to Walmart and you just get a bead kit for like making necklaces and jewelry. And basically, you guys, those bearings I just showed you on making that homemade lure, there they are. Same exact thing. And you can get them at Walmart. And you can get thousands of them for only $9 for all of this. And these things come full. And look at the kind of spinners you can make. You can make spinners that you would never get in stores. So now these spinners here only cost me about 45 cents to make. That's it. Look at this mother of pearl spinner. See, and I got the glass crystal beads for my bearings, both top and bottom of the blade, and then the bell body with the antique bead at the bottom. That is a beautiful, elegant looking spinner right there. I'll be catching plenty of trout on all of these. These are what I'm going to be fishing when I go trout fishing again, because I've been making lures for years, you guys, and every time I make lures, I always catch fish on them. I've been a fly tyer for many years. I tied all my own flies for fly fishing. And I've always made my own plugs, my own spinners. But you don't have to worry about the weight getting it down in the water, because remember, these beads are metal. So they've got the same kind of weight to them to get them down near the bottom of the stream where you fish them. And you can make your own beautiful spinners for under $1. So when you go and lose one of these, you say, well, you know, I'm only out 60 cents, 50 cents, whatever it totals out to be, 48 cents. You keep track of your materials. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather lose a spinner that's under $1 and then just go home and make it all over again, because I got a whole box full of beads and I just make up another one. So that way, if a trout is really hitting on this mother of pearl spinner right here with the nickel silver blade, I just come home and I make the same exact thing. So when it comes to survival, you guys, make your own spinners. Make a bunch of them. Put them in these small boxes and keep all your lures together. And just put them in a fisherman's bag. And you'll always have what you need to go fishing, to catch fish, to eat. Now up here is my stream size spoons and spinners. I've got large, medium, and small. Same thing with the spinners. Now you can use these when you get into the large of the small category. You can even use these in lakes and rivers, but these work best for streams. And then right here are my lake and my river spinners in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. And the same thing with the spoons. You can see how it goes from small all the way up to extra large for fishing lakes and rivers. So no matter what body of water I'm fishing, whether it be a small farm pond, a small stream, a river, or a lake, I've got every size of spinner and spoon that you would ever need to catch fish to eat. So for survival, all you ever need to have for fishing gear is just spinners and spoons. And when it comes to live bait fishing, the best hooks you can get, in my opinion, are right there. The Gamakatsu Octopus size 6 trout hook. Out of all the live bait hooks I've ever used, these right here, you guys, in my opinion, are the best. Right there. You want to talk about a laser sharp hook that always gets a fish every time? That's it. Best hooks I've ever used, and you can get them in all sizes. You can get them in black, red, you can get them in blue, you can get them in bronze. Best hooks I've ever used for live bait fishing. I've got a whole box here full of them as well. And then I use the Eagle Claw snap swivels. And then if I'm going after a toothier fish, I've got the snap swivels here that have the short leader, steel wire leader on it, so the teeth don't cut the line. All that does is it keeps your lure and your line away from one another with a steel wire in between, so the toothy fish don't cut your line. And then all I've got is just a small little vial of quarter split shot. So if I want to get a lure down deeper, I just add split shot. And the reason why I've got a spoon on the table is because years ago, you guys, people would cut the handles off, drill a hole on that end, drill a hole on this end, you tie your line on one end, put your treble hook on the other, and that is how fishing spoons got their name. That's how they started. People were literally using spoons as a lure, and now they make them more teardrop shaped and they paint them, but that's how these came into existence, was from people using their tableware to catch fish. That's why they're called spoons. So you guys, that's all you need. Go to Walmart, buy the beads, save the money, get the steel beads and the brass beads and the glass beads, and make your own spinners. The only thing you would have to get online is your spinner wire. Walmart even sells the treble hooks, but to get the blades, you'd have to get the blades and the wire online, and you can get them in bulk for a good price and have a lot of them and tie spinners all day long, every day for months. Thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.